Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope that all's well with you. You know, these are strange and wonderful times. We've talked about this many times, and I think that over the last year, we've all established patterns, you know, things that have helped us to feel stable and connected and predictable. You know, so that's a very normal response to a chaotic world, which is what we've all been going through the last year. But I wanted to talk to you today about the kind of downside of that, of this way that you can get into a rut, you know, just get into a routine that is so predictable and so safe that you really don't explore and investigate new things. And so I've got some ideas for you. I think that I said a poster somebody gave me once which said, don't fear aging, fear getting boring. Are you feeling like you're a little boring? Maybe you feel like your life is a little bored. Like, oh, I'm just so bored with this, you know, this routine, with this constant hand sanitizing, with this wearing the mask, all these things. But maybe it's not that the situation is so boring, it's that you're getting a little boring. Now, I don't mean to be critical because I'm in this category too. I think that I have started to get into rhythms and grooves that are making me feel, you know, like I haven't got choices, that I haven't got the freedom that I perhaps crave and we all want. But Paula Hara, one of our bloggers, wrote this article on, are you stuck in your 60s? Are you in a rut? Do you want to get out? Well, I guess that, you know, we're all caught a bit in this trap of you know, wanting to be safe and wanting to make sure that we're, you know, doing things that we can understand and that are, you know, predictable. But at the same time, we want to do something a bit different. So I've got some ideas for you. First of all, are you trying a bit too hard? Are you trying to make everything just so perfect that you just can't allow serendipity and surprise and the unexpected to come into your life? You know, there's ways of finding unusual angles. Like, for example, just driving, if you're driving to the shops or driving wherever you're going, a different way. Just turn left instead of right. You know, make that routine journey interesting. I mean, I've done this before and discovered the most amazing things. I walk a lot. I mean, I don't have a car, so I use public transport. And I actually have a habit of getting on different buses. Just deciding, oh, I'm going to get on the number 3 bus today. I'm going to go to the end of the line, turn around. And fortunately, the costs here are very reasonable. So you don't have to, you know, pay a ton of money for a nice bus ride. Sometimes that's all we can do. We can just take something that we're doing every day in a sort of predictable way and do something a bit more exciting and makes us feel more engaged, you know, more engaged to the world. And so here's some tips for you to think about. One is technology. Okay, so a lot of people are maybe hesitant about technology, but I personally love it. I get so energized by new apps, by new ways of doing things online. And Paula gives some great examples in this article on ways that you can use the internet, use new technology, not just the internet, but use technology in general. Now, there's a woman, I don't know whether you know Lisa Holt. I love Lisa Holt. She is such a bubbly, enthusiastic, wonderful interior designer. And she's worked on all kinds of projects, but she's got this funky YouTube channel where she just rolls up her sleeves and takes you on projects and takes you through adventures. And she's a big IKEA fan and, well, and just inexpensive pieces and ways to do things with inexpensive furniture that you can then, you know, transform your home. It doesn't take that much. And you can do things even within that context, you know, to make those very simple, practical home appliances and home pieces of furniture special. So we're all into this thing right now of frugal living, right? Minimalism, simplicity. And I think for me personally, if that is one thing that has come out of the pandemic, it's that I've just gone around my house. I almost do it every day to look at what I've got here, pull out the things that I don't need anymore or don't want, or I don't consider, was it William, not William Blake, but it was a person in the arts and crafts movement years ago who said, have nothing in your home that you don't feel to be beautiful or useful. And I mean, I'm a bit of a gatherer. I mean, I like little trinkets and crystals and small things. And my house does get full, so I sometimes put them in a bowl or I do something to make them less, you know, sporadic around the house. But if you've got time to take a look at Lisa's channel or other channels, you probably can recommend some where people are doing fun things with technology in their homes. There are apps that can help you design a room. There's apps on your phone that you can, you know, lay out new ways of looking at your living space. Instagram is fabulous. I mean, we have an Instagram 60andMe account. I don't know whether you have discovered it yet. It's just 60andMe_. Someone took our name, unfortunately, 60andMe. So that tag is not me. That is not 60andMe. The one I had to choose was 60andMe_. And that's Instagram. And I put mostly pictures up there of thoughts of the day and things that I'm doing with makeup and beauty and skincare. And also just, life questions. So but Instagram is full of creative people. Yes, there's a little bit of, hype and unrealistic, because a lot of young people are there and you're going to start comparing yourself. Don't do that, but just enjoy it. Instagram, TikTok. I mean, TikTok is definitely a young person's app, in my opinion. But I don't see too many older people on there. But I love it for the vitality and the ideas for using, for hacking things, for doing things in different ways. What was somebody doing the other day? Oh, putting mascara on in a completely different way. And they go viral on TikTok and the product sells out. And it is in a way a consumerism gone crazy. But it's interesting, and it's another way to use technology to enjoy and get out of your box, out of that rut that you might be finding yourself in. So we don't want to continue to support aging stereotypes that we are not into technology, that we don't take advantage of it. I was just looking at my notes here because Paula talks about an app, a photo app. This is actually very cool, that turns your photos into paintings. Like you can just take a normal photo and then you just sort of turn it into a Monet or just a beautiful oil painting. And if you can't have a portrait done yourself, this is a really cool way to do that. But that's just one example of apps you can use on your phone or your computer that just allow you to have fun with technology. Explore it. Get to know what's out there. I mean, that is definitely a way to not stay in a rut. Explore what's new in technology, and not just in technology, but in media in general. I think that I've been amazed myself, for example, with Netflix. What are your favorite Netflix shows, everybody? What are you all watching? I'd love to know. But I've just been amazed at the way that they can produce these films, the technology of, overlapping images and the visuals of these particular presentations. They're doing a really, really, really good job. So Instagram, Pinterest is another one. If you're looking for ideas on design and colors and even just a product, I type in just a product name that I'm trying to find, or product shades, for example. They have everything on Pinterest. It's really, really cool. So with regards to the next thing I was going to talk about was makeup and skincare. Yes, there are gimmicks. Yes, there are products that everybody wants you to spend all your money on, but you can play with it. You don't have to have expensive stuff. You can play with it. I actually have discovered some shops in Eastern Europe. Now, I know that for, stateside women, it's probably not the easiest place to order from, but I have found some really cool, very old-fashioned creams that are coming back. I mean, for example, I'll make a confession here. I use Pond's. I do. Pond's cleansing cream. It costs, $12 for a huge tub that lasts 3 months. I use that to cleanse my face, and I actually love it. I mean, I've got other things like the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, which I invested in. But, at the end of the day, my skin is my skin. I mean, I've got wrinkles, I've got age spots. And like everybody who's in their 70s, I just am, not going to spend a ton of money on face products. But there's so much out there. Go and check it out. There's The Ordinary, which is a very affordable brand. Maybe some of you use their products. Good Molecules is another one, because I think we're beginning to realize staying in a rut with makeup, for example, and skincare, does not introduce you to some really cool products that are good for your skin. I mean, I can't even pronounce it, but hyaluronic acid, which is a moisture, it keeps moisture in your skin. I mean, I didn't have that in any of my skincare products when I was young, but now I can use that. But I still do use those Pond's and CeraVe and other just drugstore brands, and I think they're great. Anything with ceramides, look for ceramides. They're the magic ingredient these days, but who knew that? If you stay in a rut and just, feel sort of unfulfilled because you're not getting results that you want, or you're not just able to enjoy your makeup anymore, try something new. Try a new brand. It's really, really fun. So as we've said many, many times, aging is not for wimps. We've got to look at our situation. If we're feeling a little bit in the dumps, a little bit in a rut, just pull yourself out of it, by doing some things online, checking out someone, a blogger. Lisa's in her 40s, Lisa Holt, the interior designer I was telling you about. She's great. I mean, there are so many. So what I'd like to ask you is how are you feeling younger? How are you feeling informed? How are you feeling connected? And what are you doing to kind of get out of those ruts that we slip into all the time? It's just totally normal to do that. What are you doing to reinvent that part of your life which needs kind of a new perspective, a new lens? Tell us about some brands that you're using. Tell us about websites that you've discovered. How are you getting your inspiration? How can you make some small changes to stay current? Reading, I mean, read books that are you know, on the bestseller list. Try researching things that are coming out, inventions, innovations, and try them. See what you think. See how it helps. Okay, everybody, well, have a really nice day. Go out and do something fun and new and innovative. Get out of that rut that you've maybe dug yourself into. And I'm including myself in that, so I'm not just turning to you for giving advice. We're all in this together. But take very, very good care, everybody. Have a really wonderful day. Stay safe and stay well. Stay bright. Stay cheerful and positive and optimistic. Okay? Take very good care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.